What's up guys, Oxel here. So in today's video we tried a boss rush strategy on City Square, and for this strategy what it basically comes down to is that you want to pick a map where you can rush the boss as quickly as possible, and the best map that I could think of was City Squares. You might be able to do it on Mesa, but city squares, you always know where the boss is depending on which layout you get. There's like 2 or 3 different ones to keep track of. And yeah, so let's get into it. For the Sextants, which is the key part of the strategy, you have to use one of the 3 that I have here, which is map bosses drop an additional Conqueror map, drops an additional Elder Guardian map, or Shaper Guardian map. So one of these 3, you can't use them simultaneously because it only uses the charge of one of them. So depending on prices, you'll find various success with the different sextants. At the time of this video, the best profit margin was the Elder Guardian map for me, so I made almost double as much money with the Elder Guardian Sextant than I did with any of the other 2. And then with that we used a map bosses are accompanied by bodyguards for additional map drops, because this whole strategy with the Atlas passive tree comes down to taking all of the additional map nodes and map duplicate nodes, along with some other things that isn't really that meaningful. You could just pick whatever you want after you take all of those nodes. So I'll show you an example of what a map looks like and what you're after. And after that we'll go over the Atlas skill tree and the profits.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Holy shit. So what happened there then? Alright, so now for the Atlas tree and the profits. In the description you can find a link to the spreadsheet, and in the spreadsheet you can find the Atlas passive tree right here. And I will probably also link the Atlas passive tree in the description. So this might look kind of weird, but this is what we ran with. So as I said before, all of these nodes are for the additional map drops from the bosses, and then up here all of these ones are for being able to duplicate the Shaper or Guardian maps. And then we just stack out with some things here for the synthesis maps, for additional Guardian maps, Conqueror maps. This I took because since we were rushing maps so fast, we had a runtime of about half a minute per map consecutively. So accounting for the time that it took us to open the map, go into the map, go kill the map boss, and leave the map, about 30 seconds on average per map, a little bit less. So yeah, this is the tree. As long as you take everything here, you can skip these and you can skip these. They are just points that I didn't really know what I wanted to do with, so I just put them here and here. Also, these things you can also skip. Uh, these 3 wheels, just completely ignore those, put those points wherever you like, it doesn't really matter. And then for the profits, so I ran one 48 map where I ran 16 maps with Shaper, 16 with Elder, 16 with Conqueror, and then all of them with the Bodyguard Sextant. So how that looked was we got a profit per hour of 991 chaos. We got the most value out of the Conqueror maps, obviously, because they are the most expensive, but our margin on those were about the same as with the Elder Guardian maps, because here we have 300 profit from Elder Guardian maps, but the investment was only 175. Same thing for the Conqueror, 700 chaos profit, but the investment was 612 chaos, so the profit margin here was even worse. which I'll get to later because this makes sense with the results we got after this. And the shaper maps broke even, basically, didn't really give us any big profits. Uh, so yeah, I would not recommend alternating them. I would recommend calculating the map cost to how many users you have on your sextant, to how much the sextant costs, to see what's the most profitable at the moment. So then here I ran 16 maps with the bodyguard and conqueror sextant, and as you can see here we got about 1200 chaos in conqueror maps and a profit per hour of 800. So not bad, but as you will see, we can do much better. Here we ran with a sextant for the Shaper Guardian and Bodyguard, which gave us even worse, 762 chaos per hour. And then, as expected, because this is the sextant we had the best margin on, 16 maps with the Elder Guardian and Bodyguard, we had a profit of almost 1800 chaos per hour. So it's all about seeing which has the best cost value to the sextant, accounting for how much the maps are worth. So at the time of this video, if you want to copy this, I would definitely recommend using the Elder Sextant. Otherwise, go calculate and see what's the most worth at the time of which you will be doing it. So that was pretty much it for this video. I will be coming out with a video tomorrow on City Square's Harbinger essence farming, which was surprisingly with the result to me. And so please subscribe to the channel. You can find my link to my Twitch in the description. If you want to catch me there, ask any questions. You can find a link to the spreadsheet and my build and the Atlas passive tree in the description. And that was everything for me, guys. So goodbye.